My grandpa started racing drag boats. He held the world's record in 1968 and 67, and then he ended up having my dad and a sister, and my dad got into flat track motorcycle racing when he was young and did that professionally for 10 years and rode for Harley Davidson. And then he got married, had me and my 3 sisters, and then they ended up getting divorced, and a couple years later he got an asphalt modified, and I started racing go-karts, and kind of this all sprung up. And then when I was 15, he let me try the seat out and figured it's time for him to let go and let me drive, and kind of slowly worked our program up and gotten it to where it is today. And yeah, it's just kind of a whole family deal. It takes group effort for sure. I race a dirt modified, an IMCA dirt modified. I love racing, but it's more or less something to do too, you know. I'm a go-getter person to where I work a lot, but I can't stand sitting down for too long, so I guess it just gives me something to do during the week. My dad started with that number back in California. The X was for Orange County, that's where he's from, in California, and he ended up going back to that when he started racing asphalt modifieds, and we just kept that number.
I understand you just won the North Dakota Tour.
Yep.
Tell me a little bit about that.
Oh, it was an awesome experience. We've been running good up there all year, and everything kind of just panned out. A couple good drivers had some tough luck the first night, and we just kept our nose down and kept getting good finishes and ended up winning the deal at the end. I race here a couple times weekly in 17 because I have a house 10 miles south of here, and we've had pretty good finishes here. I think the last time last year rained out, so the year before when we raced this speed weeks, I think we ended up 4th or 5th in the feature. And then we've had pretty good luck here. Track's been usually pretty good every time we come, so that's why we keep coming back. I went down to Hays, Kansas was my first couple races, and early in the season, and I think we got a 5th and an 8th down there first night in our brand new car, so just kind of a learning curve there. But I really haven't left North Dakota much all year. I've just been super busy with work, and it's been going good up there, and the money shows are finally coming up here to where I can afford to come down here and try to win some big shows. I don't necessarily like really small tracks, you know, 3/8 half mile. I prefer when it's slick. I can run when there's mud. That's like what I grew up in Oregon. It's usually pretty muddy and fast. I'm more of a middle top side guy. I'll run the bottom, but I don't know. I rather run up there. It's kind of takes a lot of patience on the bottom, so I'll run wherever. I'll run wherever there's fast. So.